Good afternoon, everybody. As a part of C programming lectures, today our topic is files. Files in C programming. Do you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear your voice, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Thank you. Till now,
Yes, sir.
till now you have gone through the different types of programs which may have different inputs, different outputs, etc., etc. But there is no mechanism we studied till now regarding to save the contents. Suppose if you are working with the structures, I have given one assignment to all of you, an open assignment, that consider a student number 1 of your class. Consider the marks for all the 7 subjects. Add the marks, total, obtain the total, and calculate the average mark. That is for the first student. Consider for the second student also. Consider for the third student. Like that, your class is having 63 students. So all those 63 students, I need to get the information related to student number 1, student number, student name, marks in 7 subjects, calculate sum of the marks, and calculate the average marks. This is the scenario. If you are able to do that, it is a practice that if you can able to store those values, then it will be beneficial for us. In the future, we can verify the marks, student number, everything we can verify. If you are able to store the inputs and outputs. Till now, we did not discuss anything regarding storing of the data in C program. But this concept called files can able to store the inputs and outputs. There is a possibility that we need to learn in this concept, right? First of all, what is a file? File is a place on a disk. Disk means computer. Whatever the computer you are using, your personal computer or a computer in the laboratory, whatever it is, in a computer, some place where the data can be stored. Suppose if you consider this place, yeah, every place is associated with some path. Here you see there is a path C colon backslash program files backslash Android Studio, and suppose you are working with build. This build has located in this path C program files Android Studio. That we can see if you give a right click on build text file. We can see in a properties also, we can able to know what is the file of this, what is the location of this file. C program files, Android Studio is the location of the this text file. This text file. Okay. Likewise, there are so many files where each file is associated with some location. Your C program files also. For example, if you see C turbo C3 bin. Here you have so many your files, C files. Suppose ASTR, this is a C file where you can see the properties. C turbo C3 bin. That is the address or location of the particular file. Every file is associated with some location, right? So in a high level programming language like C, Java and all, we can name a file, open a file, we can read a file, write a content into a file and close a file. These are the operations we can able to perform on file, right? And remember that file is a data structure or a data type we use in C programming, which should be in a capital letter, FILE, like INT, integer, which represents integer, char, which represents a character, DOUBLE, double, which represents a double data type. Likewise, file is also a data type which is represented with a capital letter, FILE, file, right? Now come to the types of files. There are two types of files. One is a text file, which is having a .txt, which is having .txt extension, where all the values are stored in ASCII values. And there is another type of file called binary file, which is with the extension called .bin, where the data is stored in the form of binary. That means zeros and ones will be stored in a binary file. Binary file is having extension .bin. Data is zeros and ones. Text file is having a extension .txt. Data is ASCII values. Now, I think it is better to write by using pen and paper. First command, there are so many commands we use in files concept. First command we need to learn is fopen. Fopen. Listen carefully. What is this fopen? Fopen is a command which is used to, by the name we can say that, which is used to open a file, existing file. Command name is fopen. There are two arguments or two parameters. First is file name, comma, second is mode. File name means we need to give in the following way: see my files demo.txt. That means the part of the file should be mentioned in the place of file name. And in the place of mode, you need to mention RWA, anyone. R means to read the file. W means to write an information into a file. Append means there is a file which consists of the information already Now we are adding the information from the end of the file. Already there is an information in a certain file. Now we are adding the content to that file. We are adding the content. That is append. There is no information in a file. We are just writing the information into a file. That is W mode. We are not at all adding any information to an existing file or a new file. We are just reading the characters inside of a file. That is a read mode. These three are the three modes in fopen command. Fine. I'm discussing you with a command called fopen. Fopen is a command to open the file, which have two arguments. First argument is file name. Second argument is mode. File name is nothing but we will give the path where the location. I think I have already explained you and shown you what is a path of a file. Mode means read mode, write mode, and append modes. Sometimes there will not be exist any file, but we will give blindly a path. That means then fopen cannot open that file because physically that file is not existing. But you have given some random file path and asked, and we are asking the computer to open that. How can a computer can open without having? So null will be returned. If the command fails, command will fail in this situation because the file is not existing. So null value will be returned. When this command will be succeeds, if the file exists, then returns the address of the file and the file will be automatically open. That is fopen command. Here again the pointer concept comes into picture. Friends, in the class I have told you, whenever if you say the concept called pointer, then immediately we need to remember in your mind something. What is that? Can anyone say? Whenever we say pointer,
Address of it.
sorry,
which holds the address of some other variable, sir.
yes, it is good. Pointer means which holds the address of some other variable. That is already that is true. I will agree. Whenever the pointer, if you say pointer, then I have asked you to remember something.
It points another variable, value of another variable.
Yes, it should points to somewhere. I have shown you a forefinger. Remember a forefinger. Pointer means points to what? Pointer means points to what? Right? Here void main bracket start is as usual. File is a data type, I told you. What is FP here? Please tell me. What is FP?
File name, sir.
Address, sir.
Address, sir. No. What is FP?
File name,
Pointer
sir.
variable, sir.
Someone said pointer variable.
Pointer variable.
Yeah, who said?
Karan, sir.
Karan, good. Pointer variable. FP is a pointer variable. Suppose int star a. Someone said like this. Then a is a pointer variable. Of what type?
Integer type.
Yes, integer type. Good. Likewise, FP is a pointer variable of file type. FP is a pointer variable of file type. Right? File is should be in a capital letters. Remember, FP is a pointer variable of file type. So definitely FP should hold what? Now you tell me. FP should hold what? FP should hold what?
Address.
Sir.
Address. Address of this demo1.txt is 5048, which is stored by FP. So definitely 5048 should point to that file. FP should points to this file. How we can do using fopen? That means I told you what is fopen will do. Fopen has two arguments. One is a file name, another one is a mode. File name, here I have taken this path. That means in my computer, there is a drive called D. In that drive, I have placed a file called demo1.txt. Right? Demo1.txt. That file I want to open in a read mode. So that's why the entire two arguments are given to open, fopen, which are again connected to FP. So then automatically what is the address of this demo1.txt in a memory, computer memory? What is the address of demo1.txt file? 5048. Suppose for example, that 5048 address will be stored in this file pointer FP. So definitely this FP will points to this demo1.txt. Right? Previously, what is happened is this FP should points to some other variable here. But here we are taking a file instead of some other variable. We are taking a entire file. So this is called a file pointer. Previously, integer pointer, character pointer, everything we have seen. Now file pointer. Right? File pointer means the same, which holds the address of some other variable. Pointer means which holds the address of some other file. What is the file here? Demo1.txt. What is the address of that demo1.txt? 5048. That address should be held by a pointer called FP. If all these things will be possible with these lines, with this line, these two lines. Sorry. First, you need to declare file pointer. FP is a pointer, but not an ordinary pointer. It is a file pointer. That means it should hold the address of one file, not another variable. Address of a file. What file we have considered here? Demo1.txt. And this FP is equal to null. That means when it will becomes null, in this path, suppose there is no existing of the file, we given some randomly D demo1.txt. In a D drive, there is no demo1.txt. That means FP will become null. Then what will be printed for us is file not found. If the file is existing means, then file will be opened in a read mode. And interestingly, this file pointer FP points to this file. Not only this file, the first character. What is the first character written in the file?
V.
Sorry?
V, sir.
Capital V. So definitely this FP will points to capital V only. After that, it will moves to the next. Likewise, we can read. First of all, it should points to the first letter of the file. Fine. What is this command you have learned about?
To open a file.
Fopen, not a open a file. Don't say randomly like that. Clearly, you need to say fopen. The command name is
Fopen.
fopen. What is the name of the command?
Fopen.
Fopen. How many arguments it will take?
2.
What is the first argument?
File name.
What is the second argument?
Mode.
Yes. Only one person is answering. Can anyone other person can answer? What are the different types of modes available?
RW. A.
Yeah, yes, RW. A. R means
Reading
To
character.
read a file.
read mode. W means write mode.
Write mode.
A means append mode. Okay, I think you are clear with the fopen command, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
yes. Now take another command called fgetc. The command or a function fgetc, which is having only one argument. Only one argument. That is fp, the file pointer. After successful, this fgetc function used to read the contents in a file. Right? Which will take only one argument, that is called a file pointer, fp. In the previous, I explained you about fopen, which will take two arguments. First one is a location of the file. Second one is a mode. Now, how to read the content inside a file using fgetc. Fgetc will take only one argument. That means first we should create some file and have some information into it and open it. That means the first program we need to run. After running, after completion of the first program, the file is opened. After opening, how to read one by one? That means what are the characters inside the file? V, R, S, E, C, I, T, Kanuru. There are some letters. How to read one by one letter? How to read? That can be possible using fgetc function. Suppose if you have considered a file which does not having any information, is it possible to read the information? No, because there is no information. How can you read the letters inside of a file? That means in such a cases, fgetc function will be failed because there is no content inside of that file. So then it will return -1. In that situations, it will return -1. -1 is also called as EOF, which is important for 1 mark question. What is EOF? End of a file. That means there is no information in a file. How can I read the information inside a file? Fgetc function will not work. Right? In that situation, fgetc function will not work. Right? But on success, suppose it is succeeded, fgetc function is succeeded. then it returns the ASCII value of the character. ASCII value of the character. Now you start. First we execute this program. That means we have to create one text file. Name is demo1.txt, which is to be placed in ddemo1.txt in a read mode. Sorry, demo1.txt, that's it. Now execute this program. Then definitely this FP, the file pointer, will points to demo1.txt. Now this after executing this command, the file will be opened in a read mode. The output is file will be opened in a read mode. Now this FP is pointing to which letter? No reply.
V, sir. Capital.
VRCC.
Sorry, capital V, not VRSCC. Capital V. Okay. Okay or not?
Okay, sir.
Capital V, it is pointing to capital V. Now come. Now F gets C. See clearly, F gets C of FP. FP means here the pointer only, which is pointing to V. F gets C of FP, which we need to place in CH. Then what will be stored in CH?
Value of FP.
Sorry, F gets C of FP. F gets C of FP, which is, that means FP, which is pointing to capital V. So definitely F gets C of FP will return the value called capital V. What is the ASCII value of capital V, which will be stored in CH? Okay, that's why int we have considered int CH. CH is integer, not a character. So what is the ASCII value of capital V will be stored in CH, which is not equal to end of file. End of file means Kanuru, after you will get end of file. If U is also read, after you will get end of file. But capital V is not a end of file. So you will get C inside of CH, you will get ASCII value of capital V, which is not equal to end of file. Then we will print the percentage CCH. That means CH is some number. CH is some number, but we kept percentage C. Okay. Don't be confused, friends. If you see ASCII values, you have some ASCII tables. Yes. Then here you see what is the ASCII value of capital V is 86.
86, sir.
86 capital V. So definitely here in CH 86 will be stored. But if you consider here percentage CCH, then capital V will be printed. Please try to understand. Here 86, because this function will return the ASCII values. So 86 will get, but percentage CCH, then capital V will be printed. Right? Then we need to continue the same process until the letter will not be equal to end of the file, right? Now you need to increment the file point, fp plus plus, file pointer plus plus, increase the file point. Then fp move to r, capital R. Capital R is not equal to end of file. Then what is the ASCII value of capital R, which should be written to ch? But we are not printing integer value of ch. Character equivalent to the ASCII value will be printed, which is capital R. Again, file pointer moves. Likewise, the cursor moves and comes to U. U also will be printed in the Kanuru. U also will be printed. After U is incremented, it will reach to the end of the file. Then it will be stopped. This is the way we can, how to read the contents inside of a file. Friends, two functions I have explained. One is fopen, another one is fgetC function. Two functions. Any doubt you have?
Sir, when the loop is running,
Sorry?
sir, when the loop is running, every time the value of end of the file is -1.
Sorry?
Sir, when the while loop is running, each time the value of the end of the file is -1.
Not each time. Whenever it is not equal to end of file, then it will move on. Whenever it reaches end of file or -1. End of file means -1. Whenever it is reaches end of the file, the print will not be possible. That means you cannot print anything because there is nothing there. So how can you print it? Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. The last program for today, which is also a very simple one only. I'm considering a file, fp and character ch, and how many, already there is a content inside the file. How many lines are there in a file, which is represented by NOL, number of lines. How many tab spaces, NOT, right? How many blanks, NOB. How many characters, NOC. Since if you consider here how many characters are there in a VRSEC, 5 characters are there. IT, 2 characters, total 8. 8 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Total 14 characters are there in this file. So that is the number of characters. NOC is 14 in the particular file, right? So those are those contents we need to extract from a given file. So that's why fopen, as usual, first argument is name of the file or a path. You can give complete path, or you can, if you are working with a similar folder, you can give only a file name, read mode. While one means always true. While one means always true, which will be always true or infinite loop. Ch is equal to fgetC of fp. I told you what is fgetC function also. FgetC of fp. If character, that means this ch is equal to end of file, then break NOC plus plus. If character is equal to some blank space, NOB plus plus. If it is a \n, it represents line, new line, because here if you consider here, how many lines are there? 3 lines. VRSEC is 1 line, IT is 1 line, Kanuru is 1 line, like this. 3 lines, \n, NOL plus plus. I think break is missed there. Yeah. Ch is equal to tab space, then NOT plus plus, like this. Then we will get NOC, NOB, NOT, NOL. After, and one more function I would like to introduce here, which is called fclose fp. Whenever you're after completion of the work from with the file called scam.txt, you can close it without closing manually like this. Suppose if you consider this PowerPoint, we can close from this into button. Without that, we can do fclose of fp. Then automatically the file will be closed. And you print all those things, all the numbers, number of characters, percentage d only here. How many? It is number always. How many characters are there? How many blank spaces are there? How many tab spaces are there? How many lines are there? All those things we can print here. All right. This is all about the concept called files. What I explained you, what is a file, what are the different operations to be performed on file, what are the main types of files. First command called fopen. Second, the program based on fopen, very simple program based on fopen. And what is a fgetc function? What is how fgetc function can be used after fopen program is executed? We need to use fgetc function. After that, a simple program to have. Suppose if you consider any text file, how many characters inside the file, how many blanks are there, how many tab spaces are there, how many lines are there. We can print the things using. Yeah, likewise. Here one page is there. How many words are there? We can get. Likewise, in a text file, we can have. Can read the contents inside of it. The metadata, nothing but a metadata, right? So we stop here.